If you run a small business in California that's accessible to the public, you are legally required to have a workplace violence prevention plan with annual safety training and strategies to avoid physical harm. It can be tempting to handle this requirement by buying cheap, generic online training modules to quickly check the compliance box. These programs feel good on paper, but they offer zero protection against real-world physical harm. Hey, I'm Mike Corwin. I spent 30 years helping plaintiff lawyers build cases against employers when violence happened at their work location. I know exactly what does and doesn't work when dealing with real-world violence. If your company's safety plan relies on the following 3 strategies, your team remains exposed to real-world violence. 1, de-escalation scripts. Many generic training programs provide a list of phrases or verbal judo script for employees to memorize to diffuse an angry customer. That's really just a feel-good illusion, and here's why. It gives managers peace of mind, assuming that polite words can de-escalate any tense situation. But that's a real-world failure. Most violent attacks occur rapidly and without warning. A surprise attack means there's no time to de-escalate. While your employee is under stress and focused on recalling words learned from a script, the attacker has already landed their right-hand punch. Here's the better way. Pivot your training away from rigid scripts and towards situational awareness and changing the dynamics of an attack. Teach your staff how to read any situation and provide them with the safety tools they can use to address any situation that develops. 2, run, hide, and fight slideshows. This standard active shooter framework is commonly assigned as mandatory 15-minute video or slideshow module. Here's why it's a feel-good illusion. It uses recognizable catchphrase-driven framework that makes a compliance audit easy to pass. But here's why it's a real-world failure. Active shootings represent less than 1% of all workplace violence incidents, and those typically end quickly with the shooter taking his own life or the weapon jamming. Plus, it takes regular practice to not freeze up when the fear that comes with someone firing a gun becomes overwhelming. So here's the better way. While you certainly should do a walkthrough of your physical layout so employees know where to go and how to get there if there's a shooting, it's far more important that your employees be prepared to deal with the attacks that account for 99% of all workplace violence. 3, handing out pepper spray. Faced with rising safety concerns, some small business owners distribute pepper spray keychain canisters to frontline or late-night staff. Here's why that's a feel-good illusion. It feels like you're being proactive in a tangible and empowering way to give employees something to defend themselves, and it's low cost. But here's why it's a real-world failure. Using pepper spray indoors means that your employees get sprayed in the eyes too. Mechanical devices can easily fail, leaving you defenseless, and if untrained, any weapon you use can easily be taken from you and used against you. So here's the better way. For early arrival and late departure employees, a tactical flashlight that fits in the palm of your hand and uses easily replaceable batteries is the best device. A quick flash in the eyes will create the opportunity for your employees to exit, and they can also be used as a weapon to strike or scrape, and then combining the flashlight and situational awareness training will provide your employees with the tools they need for most safety situations without the risk of a weapon being used against them. So here's the bottom line for California employers. Cal OSHA inspectors focus on providing your employees with real-world effective skills that can help them avoid physical harm, and whether you've included your employees in the decision-making process, including on strategies to avoid physical harm. Now, here's the question. Is your business actually protected? Don't wait for a Cal OSHA audit or a workplace crisis to find the holes in your safety plan. Let's make sure your business is truly safe and fully compliant. Schedule a brief call today by clicking on the link below, and we'll discuss where your business is actually at and how to bridge any gaps between paperwork and real-world safety.